Welcome, friend. I am so glad you're here. Welcome to Dancing Water. My name is Susan. Thank you for being here for your Dancing Water daily practice. Today, a restorative yoga practice and a nesting restorative yoga practice. I offer two restorative practices every week. And on Wednesday, we use very minimal props, just one or two things to allow us to quickly access our relaxation response whenever we need it. And on Sundays, which is today, we are going to use lots of practice, lots of props to what we call the nesting practice to really settle in. So let me just introduce first, before I talk about what we're going to do today, just what we're going to need so that you can gather your props, and then you can either pause and go and get them, or we can begin. A couple of things. So you need 3 pillows. What we're going to do is we're going to construct like an incline with the pillows. So I recommend 3 pillows, pretty firm pillows, plus a blanket. And you may want a second blanket to cover your body. As your body relaxes, your body temperature will naturally go down. I'm not going to use that so that you can see my body, but if you'd like a second blanket, that's another option. I also, no matter how warm the day is or the room is, I definitely recommend sleeves and socks. It's really helpful to let the body relax. So, then in addition, you will also need an eye covering, some kind of scarf or towel or eye pillow that you can use to block out light, even if your room is pretty dark. Then you're going to need 2 more pillows, or there are other options for this. These pillows can be smaller and softer than the other pillows, and you can use, I've got 2 sort of thinner pillows, but you could also use a towel square. So you could do that by taking a towel, a bath towel, and folding it along the long edge, and then folding it again, and then folding it one more time into a square. So that's an option for these 2 pillows for the other side of the mat. As always, I love to have tea or water to mark the end of the practice. So if you'd like to get that too, feel free to pause the recording and go gather anything more that you need. Oh, the other thing is just to make sure you're on a soft surface. So carpeting, a blanket, or a yoga mat. All right, let's begin our practice together. I don't know what is happening in your world right now, but in mine today, right now, everything feels broken, both on the micro, personal level and on the macro. Chaos seems to be the recipe of the day. And for me, this rattles my nervous system. I feel this hum of stress. And what happens is when our bodies are in this stress response, tension begins to gather in our bodies. And tension is different than tightness. Restorative yoga is designed to unwind tension, which is not something that you can unwind with stretching. Tension can only be unwound by relaxing the nervous system. One of my teachers, Jillian Pransky, who's been teaching restorative yoga for decades, says that tension is the stress response finding a home in the body. And the truth is that when we are in that tension and stress response, we do not have access to the higher level of thinking and skillful action that we need to navigate in chaotic times. So this practice is part of our ability to respond with wisdom and compassion and skill when things feel broken. This practice that we do together is not selfish. It is a gift not just to yourself, but to everyone around you and to the world. Today we're going to focus on these habits of holding, noticing the habits of holding. And in particular, we're going to focus on hands, feet, and eyes. 3 parts of the body that we tend to use in a very habitual way. So let's begin together, friends. Let's find the relaxation response that allows us to respond skillfully. So let's begin with a seat. I'm going to take my 2 pillows and sit on them so that my hips are a little higher than my knees. You can sit in any way that's comfortable. And take a moment here to let yourself arrive in your practice. Arrive in this time that you have so generously given yourself. And taking your hands together, rubbing them until they feel warm with some energy between your palms. Feeling your seat as you let your palms, tingling and warm, gently rest on your eyes. Feel the sensation of your eyes feeling supported and calmed with warmth and darkness. Breathing slow and deep and even. Filling belly, letting your belly soften, letting your feet soften, whatever position they're in. Letting your hands soften. And your eyes soften. Let's take 3 long, slow, deep breaths, exhaling through the mouth, inhaling through the nose, sensing both nostrils, inhale, pause at the top, and then exhale through the mouth like you were blowing out a candle. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Keeping your eyelids closed, very, very slowly releasing your hands from your eyes. And arrange yourself in such a way that you can reach your feet and just take a few moments to let your warm hands squeeze and massage your feet. Bringing your awareness and your attention into your body and out of your head by squeezing, massaging, maybe gently pulling on your toes, maybe twisting your feet, feeling the arch, heels, the ball. Just give some attention first to one foot, and then when your one foot feels complete, taking it to the other foot. Hands and feet connect. Again, dropping into sensation, dropping into your body. So right there, just that part of the practice, you could do that anytime that you needed to allow yourself to reset and begin to let your nervous system calm. But let's take it into some poses using our props and really nesting and supporting ourselves. So let's set them up together. Begin with either your towel squares or your smaller pillows at the bottom of your space, stacked on top of each other. Then, taking your pillows and building a ramp. So I've got two pillows that are kind of a little bit bigger. So then I'm going to take my favorite chicken pillow and make it the tallest part, right? Can you kind of see that? And then I'm going to take my blanket and unfold it onto the top. So you've got a nice smooth surface, right? So as we do these poses, we stay in them longer than in other kinds of yoga. And if there are bumps and wrinkles, this can really manifest. We can start to feel this in the body. So just allow yourself to feel nice, smooth surface. Okay, we're going to begin with a pose called surfboard. So this is kind of surfboard on angles. So begin by just finding yourself in all fours with the tops of your feet resting on your bottom pillows. And just take a moment here to give a little stretch to your spine, lifting your tail and head, and then lifting the back of your body. Inhale, lift head and tail, eyes look up, and exhale. Relax down. Not going for a big stretch here, maybe only going to about 50%. And exhale. And then gently relax your body down onto your incline. You can have your hands to the side. I like to have my hands underneath the pillow to let them relax. And you can have one cheek on the pillow. Here, gently, just bend your knees. And as you inhale, let your toes float up toward the ceiling. Exhale, drop your feet to one side like windshield wipers. And inhale, bring them back to center. Exhale, dropping the other way. And inhale, center. Follow your own breath. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lift. Nice and slow. Exhale, dropping. Inhale, lift. And you can keep this movement synchronized with your breath going as long as it feels good. Whenever you're ready, let your knees, your feet come up to the ceiling and then drop the tops of your feet onto the pillows. Just feel the sensation of stillness and rest. Closing your eyes. Imagining yourself on the surfboard. gentle waves, lifting and lowering. Let that be waves of breath, gently moving through your body. Feeling the tops of your feet, fronts of your shins heavy. Arches of your feet, arches of your toes and your heels, your calf muscles, all soft and light. If at any time you want to pick up the movement of the lower legs again, you're welcome to do that. Whenever you're ready, switching to your other cheek, slowly dropping your opposite ear, opposite cheek to the pillow. I'm going to stay connected to you, so I'm going to stay on this side, but feel in your body a different sensation on the other side of your neck and face. Notice that it may feel different than the first side. Feel your hips and your thighs dropping into the support underneath them. Your ribs filling and emptying with the waves of breath. The inhale sweeps up and in, and then washes out on the exhale. Shoulders, like two smooth stones, slide down your back with every breath. And here, notice any habits of holding. Using your awareness to notice any pockets of tension that may become more apparent as we begin to relax bigger muscle groups. For me today, this is showing up in my inner thighs, in my upper shoulders, and in my jaw. Notice where it is for you. Taking a couple more deep breaths, letting the waves of breath wash through your body. And then very slowly, super slowly, slide your hands out from underneath your body, your pillows, come to under your shoulders. Gently push down without a lot of effort. Let your body come back up to seated with your hip right next to your pillows, and then pause. And as if your body was full of water, a sink full of water, let it drain out and feel the sensation of your body reorienting to upright. Now we're going to take a twist on our incline. So taking your two pillows here, they're going to be for between your knees and your feet. So feeling your hip right up against your incline, let your chest come down and rest on the pillow. Now your head can be toward your knees, or if it feels good, you can turn your head in the opposite direction. For me, that feels like too much of a twist on this side. So I'm going to stay here, and I want to stay connected to you anyway. Then take these two pillows and find some support between your lower legs. So make sure that both your knees and your feet are supported with these pillows. Again, your palms can rest underneath you, or they can rest flat on the floor. Noticing the sensation of your hands, non-doing hands. Resting, recuperating hands. Noticing the details. The sensation of what your hands are touching on the outside, as well as how your hands are feeling on the inside. Notice the sensation in the space on the inside line of your legs, from your big toes, the inner ankles, the inner lower legs, the inner knees, and the inner thighs. Just feeling that whole space. And allow your legs to relax into the support both underneath and between. Letting your eyes soften and close, or just relax. You can feel more comfortable with your eyes open. Fuzzy up your focus. Let the muscles around your eyes and in your eyes relax. Notice the connection between your palms and your shoulders. And then the connection between your shoulders and your hips. One hip connected to the support underneath, and the other hip up. Like a warm summer breeze, let your breath spiral up through your body, from arches of feet, through leg bones, through hips, spine, shoulders, and then out through fingertips and crown. Taking one more deep breath here, maybe an audible exhale. Inhale. We're going to switch sides. Again, make this part of the practice. Do this slowly as if the air was heavy and your body filled with water. Slowly push up. Slowly reorient into upright. And I'll show you. So just take your body and just pivot onto the other hip. Pillows between feet and knees. Hands on either side of the pillows. And then soften down. And again, you can let your face, your cheek come toward your knees or away from your knees. Take a few moments here to get yourself settled, adjusting so that you feel as comfortable as possible. Checking out your hands. Where would your hands feel most supported and relaxed? Noticing your pillows on your feet and legs. Opposite hip now connected to the support underneath. Opposite hip open to the sky. Check out your jaw. Make sure that your head and face are arranged in such a way that your jaw can be soft. And looking for any habits of holding, any places that you are gripping, even in small ways. See if you can use your breath and your attention to reassure your body that it can unwind. Noticing the arches of your feet. Connected with your pelvis. Your diaphragm. And the roof of your mouth. Intentionally taking 3 deep, long, slow breaths. Feeling the warm breeze of release moving in spirals through your body. And then gently and slowly finding your way easefully back once more to seated. Check out your neck. Notice where your eyes are looking. See if you can soften them. Notice where your hands are and notice your feet. So for our final pose, we're going to take a variation on one called Instant Maui. Again, using this incline, snuggle up your low back right to the base of your low back. Make sure you have your eye covering handy. And then separate your 2 pillows. We're going to use them in 2 different ways. So start with the soles of your feet together. And you may, depending on how your feet feel, you may want to give them a little squeeze before you go back. It doesn't matter how close your heels are to your hips, but using the strength of your hands, just lower yourself back onto the incline. And then feel the pillows underneath your knees. Now for me, I'm going to fold my pillows so that my knees have a little bit more support. This depends completely on your flexibility and what feels good to you. But you're going to use these pillows or your towels, whichever you're using, for both your knees and your hands. So arrange them in such a way that your hands can relax on your pillows. Now, you can do this in a number of ways. You can do this palms down. I like it palms up with my forearms supported as well. So really feeling that. And then taking your eye covering and take your hands and use some pressure to feel, to reiterate to your eyes that they can relax. And then let your hands come back to the support that you have prepared for them. So here could be a place that you could put a blanket over your whole body. I sometimes like to have a blanket resting on my belly or my chest, depending on where I may be feeling tension or stress. See if you can feel each of your toes. Melting the soles of your feet together. into your pelvis, your hip joints, relaxing the big, heavy muscles of your femur bones into the support underneath them. Noticing your hands without changing them necessarily. Just feel how your hands have taken whatever shape they've taken. Notice the position of your fingers, your palms, your wrists. And then ask yourself, is this what would feel best? Or is there something else that I can do with my hands that would feel more supportive, more relaxing? Let your belly and your ribs softly float on the inhale and sink on the exhale. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Our only intention here is inviting the body to feel supported. Notice any activity in the mind. Making a choice about how we use our thoughts. Habits of holding and contraction can happen not just in the body, but in the thinking as well. I sometimes find myself stuck in loops of planning and future projection, or ruminating on something that's happened in the past. Feel the bones of your sternum and collarbones, both light and heavy at the same time. Noticing the muscles around your eyes, your forehead, your cheeks. Breathing some space into your eyes and your face. Allowing again your attention to drift into your feet. Noticing whatever you notice there. Allowing your breath to do exactly as it wants to do without interference. Allowing your attention to come again into your hands. Noticing details and however your hands are being held, and making a choice about whether that is a good place for them to stay or if they need an adjustment. And once more, allowing your attention, your awareness to softly land like a cool breeze on your eyes. Like two pools of warm water, let them softly rest in your eye sockets. Awareness of the sensation of eyelids, eyelashes. From this place of resting eyes, take a moment and feeling an internal sight, a vision of yourself moving into the rest of this day with calm, peace, and skillfulness. As always, you are welcome to stay in this posture as long as it feels useful to you. You can pause the recording or just turn down the volume or ignore me. But whenever you're ready, again, take your hands, gently let them rest over your eyes, over your eye covering. Slowly let them slide down the side. And then knees come together and pour yourself, roll to one side, use your top hands, and press up slowly, slowly, gently and kindly up into seated. Without rush, finding your seat again. Close our practice together, finding a comfortable seat, taking your tea or water, and just taking a moment to feel yourself here. Notice any shifts from when you began your practice. Right now, noticing your feet, whatever position they're in, your hands, wherever they are, and your eyes. Setting an intention to notice habits of holding and to remember that allowing our nervous systems to unwind is part of the practice of showing up in a skillful and compassionate way for ourselves and for others. I am so grateful. Thank you for your presence and your care for yourself, for your acknowledgement of the importance of this practice. As always, please do subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel. Please share this practice or any other practices that are of use to you, that feel helpful to you. Share them with someone who you know could use them. It is my passion and intention to make this work of mindful embodiment available to anyone who needs it, regardless of their circumstances. So your help in spreading the word helps extend this net of love, and I'm grateful. So until next time, friends, take care of you, and see you soon.